Alright, I don't know how this video is gonna go. I'm sick, I'm tired, and I am really ready to complain today because I have been feeling like absolute death, and I just hate my life at the moment, and so I want to watch some stuff burn. So today I'm going to complain about the manga industry, because why not? So let's just talk about something fun. So I have been a really big fan of trying to find any way you can legally read manga, and with that, I have tried most of the services out there that are legally free to do. So things like Shonen Jump, Inker, Mangamo, and several other services that are out there. But the thing that really gets me are these partial-ass series that these companies keep releasing, and this is mainly with people like Mangamo and Comixology, and Comixology is owned by Amazon, and your subscription service is called Comixology Unlimited, and it's pretty fucking limited. It just sends me way off, man, and I absolutely hate that, and because, like, you're paying a subscription fee to get this kind of stuff, and maybe this is just me being really ungrateful. I don't know. Leave down in the comments below what you guys think, if this is, like, a good rant or a bad rant. I don't know. I've had 100-degree fever for the past, like, 2 days, so I don't know how fried my brain is going right now, but it's looking pretty hard-boiled at the moment, and just Comixology Unlimited just seems like such a shafting for this type of service specifically. Comixology is deceptive looking services because when it gives you the Unlimited and you know it's by Amazon, you're like, okay, I'm gonna really get into a good library right now. Like, Amazon Prime isn't the best library, but you get a lot of option there at least, and you get a really good look at what's in there, and especially with Comixology Unlimited, it's separate from Amazon Prime, so you're paying a separate subscription. On top of that, you don't get it with Prime. So you would think you get, like, the benefits of, like, reading all the books and, like, all the manga you want on Comixology. You don't. You get, like, half the series of, like, 90% of the stuff. And it's, like, all Kodansha stuff. And this is, like, the main guy who does this. And, like, I noticed this in a lot of different manga services that have Kodansha titles. And that is that they're all, like, half done. They're all just like, you only get the partial series because Kodansha lets you leave part of it, they let you like the series, and then they make you have to go buy it, which is like, it just seems really, really sketchy, and I hate it. It's really money grubby. Like, it's a smart business model because, God, if it hasn't worked on me, and I think that's why it gets me so much, is like, over the years of trying to use these services and stuff, there's a lot of good Kodansha titles out there. I really like Kodansha. It's really a company that I thoroughly enjoy their series on there, like Attack on Titan or anything like that, but if you go on these services, you can only read half the fucking series, and it's like, I can't stand it. Every time I get into a really good series, like As the Gods Will, Season 2, that was on there for a while, and I think it finally got completed on some of these sites on there, but when I was reading it, you could only read half the series, and so I had to go to Comixology, and then I had to buy each book separately after that, on top of getting a service. Not only with Comixology, but Mangamo, and at a certain point, Inker was, but I will go back to Inker later on, because there is some good hope for this type of stuff. With these other sites, though, it is just absolutely infuriating to look at a series, get really into it, and then have it stop halfway through, and then you have to go buy it further on top because you're already paying a subscription service, and so you think that the series on there are actually going to get released, and this is not even something where I'm talking about the ongoing series. Like, I'm seriously talking about the straight up completed series not being completed on there. Like, things like Attack on Titan, things like As the Gods Will Season 2, Air Gear, and several other series, they're just all partials. And the worst at this is Comixology Unlimited, because with some of these other services like Mangamo, there is actually completed series on there. Some of them are, but it is such a thin selection to get a completed full series on in Comixology Unlimited. It is infuriating. All their series are partials. It is such a money grab, and it pisses me off. Like, I loved Comixology Unlimited. There was the subscription service I went for at the start. It was the first time I invested in an actual manga service, and it just really threw me off that this type of stuff was how they ran every single one of their series. Pretty much, like 99% of their series are all like that. Mangamo, with specifically the Kodansha stuff, this is like mainly Kodansha, like a rant going on about this, because they do it with every service that comes out. They'll give them like their entire catalog, but only half of the chapters for the catalog, so you have to go buy it from somewhere else, and it just runs me up a wall, and I can't stand it. And I'm not talking about places like Manga Planet or Shonen Jump, because neither one of those, I believe, have any Kodansha stuff. Well, I know Shonen Jump doesn't, but I don't believe Manga Planet has any Kodansha stuff on it. It's mostly these other services out there that have Kodansha on there, because when you ever see Kodansha being plastered on their thing, if you see any series on like a preview page to get a subscription, be very wary of if you're getting the full series, if you're just getting a partial series or not from them, because 99%, I guarantee you, you're not getting the full series for most of those manga. But like I said, there is some hope from Inker. They actually have a specific deal with Kodansha, and a lot of their stuff on Inker specifically, you get the full series. So if you want to go for a manga site or a manga series, interestingly enough, Manga Rock, if you guys know about them, before they got shut down a long time ago, they were like the biggest manga piracy site ever. They got closed down and went legal, and now with Inker, they have the actual Kodansha contract to have most of these things be complete exclusively on there. So if you want to get a manga service, I would say go with Inker right now. I mean, their site's really good. I do like their app a lot. It's really well done, and it is nice to actually be able to finish all the Kodansha stuff that you're reading, and it just sucks that Kodansha is so finicky with that stuff. And to tell you, this is not something that's been around for a long time. They haven't had this contract forever, because there's been a lot more streaming services or manga services out there that Kodansha has been on that they didn't have this on before. So this isn't like something like Inker's been out for a while and they've always had a contract with them and to be exclusive. No, this is just something they've always done. It is such a smart move on a business end, because it really screws over the customer, because you want to finish the series, and what are you going to do? You want to know, you can't go anywhere else. You're going to Google the ending? No, you want to experience it like you've been experiencing it the whole time. So they get you, and it's just, it pisses me off how good of a move it is, to be honest, a little bit, because it just suckers me in, because I want to finish the series, especially if it's a series I really love or something like that, because as the gods will, like I said, I bought the rest of that series on Comixology because I wanted to finish it, and I love that series, and I had no other option. And so that's just my big rant of the day. I'm just really tired, and I really wanted to vent my anger out on something and really just basically punch a hole in the metaphorical wall right now. And what do you guys think? You guys think the manga industry is pretty predatory? What do you guys think about legal manga streaming services? And what do you guys think about piracy services? This hasn't been a conversation I've really seen in a long time in the industry or in the community that I've actually seen in a long time. This is something that when I was starting on my YouTube channel, that was a bigger topic of discussion, but it seems like nowadays it's kind of died down, or maybe I'm just not noticing it anymore, or people just don't care anymore. But what do you guys think about that overall thinking of reading piracy or reading it legally? What do you guys go for? I'm not gonna act like I'm some like high horse. I mean, of course I read stuff illegally every now and again, but I try to only keep that to stuff that's like Japanese only, that I can't get in English. And also, just personally, I prefer to have the physical volumes. I just like having like a physical collection of it, but that's a personal thing. But I definitely have done plenty of illegal reading. I'm not gonna sit here like I'm any better than anybody else, or act like I'm on some like high horse and looking down on everybody, because it's just really convenient, and sometimes it's really hard to get manga and be able to read it. But I've seen a lot of a push to make manga easier and more accessible for people to get in a more reasonably priced way and a more manageable way, with things like the Shonen Jump app, where it's only like $2-3 a month to get your entire service, or Manga Plus, where you can read all the stuff for free on there. Mangamo, which isn't the best, but they do have some nice exclusives on there and some good completed series. Inker, which is, in my opinion, probably the forerunner of manga streaming services right now. Manga Rock totally made a comeback. I respect it. I'll give them that. And other series like that with Manga Planet, I think Alpha Manga is what it's called. And there are several other services out there that you can find, like Webtoons is a manhwa app, but I mean, Webtoons is absolutely amazing. I'm like getting really into Webtoons now. I'll probably cover a lot of them on here on this channel pretty soon, because they're pretty freaking amazing. There's some really special manhwa out there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments down below. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you feel I deserve it. Stay tuned next week for your more normal type of video. Sorry this video is a bit of like off the wall, like odd thing. Maybe you guys like it. I might do some more rant and complaining type stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you in another video.